This is Melanie Dickens, your head marketing judge, and we're going to be talking about judge training on websites, teamwear, and video. If you have any questions after this training, please submit them to Stephanie Newland or make sure before you do any kind of judging of these categories that you ask Melanie or Stephanie to clarify. One of the things that you'll see, the Website Design Award is actually optional, but we have had more teams participate over, and it does make a difference when they go to South's Best for an overall best experience. Now, the website is going to be awarded to the most effective company relating to the game theme, promoting their engineering company and also promoting best ideas. Now, the engineering company, you're going to hear a lot about the team's schools and their names and their numbers. And some of them have actually gotten to the point where they have taken over their own company so much that they actually go by, for example, Brooks and Robocon. So you will actually start learning as you participate in the best that this is actually becoming very competitive, but we want to make sure it is related to the game theme. Each of the students and teams have actually been trained on these score sheets also. So it's not something that's going to be new to them either. But now when you start looking at these websites, we want you to completely focus on just that individual website that you are looking at. Please do not compare the others across the board, okay? That way we can get the possible points and the scoring based on what you saw for the thing that you actually were judging. The aesthetics and appearance. What is your first impression? How does it look? You know, when you see some of these, you're going to have, they have been asked not to use strobe lights due to health concerns of judges. Okay, we do not want any seizures to take place during website design awards. We want you to notice, okay, were there zebra stripes color on one page and yet it was polka dot green and orange on the other? What was your first impression? Is this something that you thought looked professional? Is this something that you thought looked great? Functionality. We want you to make sure, and we have stressed to each of the teams, do the links work? Do the navigation bars work? If this says this part is going to take me to this part of the website, does it work? Please be aware, some of the teams will have their own individual websites, while others are required to go through their school system. If they are required to go through their school system, they have made a notation to us based on their training that they will have the school's website down, and they're also their linkage. If those do not work, and you've tried several times, please let someone be aware of it, that you've attempted it, make a notation that you could not complete your scoring. Please do not score anything that you did not actually see, okay? Please make sure that you go to another computer if the links continue to not work for you. The content and the game theme. Does the content convey the team's engineering company? Do you see employees, team members? Some will have pictures, some will have links that go to each individual Facebook page. We've had pictures of robots and other robotic competitions. Is there other relevant information? Does it link to STEM or any related sites of interest, such as photos that they've conducted, videos, dates, programs? We want to see if the game theme is actually on the website, but also keep in mind the links have to work to that. Community involvement. Did the team reach out to the rest of the school? Some of the teams are small enough that they may only could have presented or did a demonstration to the 3rd grade class or the 5th grade class, while other schools may have actually gone to NASA and done an actual demonstration. So please keep that in mind, that the school you're actually doing, did they actually attempt to reach out, and did they actually do that? Did they actually reach out to the community? Did they have any newspaper information? They're going to actually print this or actually link this to the website. Promoting best. They have been trained, the best logo needs to be on everything they have. We want to promote best. We want to promote Northwest Alabama's best. and Best Incorporated. So did they actually add this information to their website? It may just be the logo, or it may be the actual URL address. Just make sure that they have it on there. Don't worry or fret, but please make sure that you use decimal points if there are some that you're kind of like, oh, I don't know if I should judge it accordingly this way. It does make it, that little decimal point can make a difference between some of the judging of whether or not they go on to Best or not. Please be aware that we will redact or black out your name and number, so please make comments. If you do not give a perfect score, and if you do not give a perfect score, please make comments on why you do not give a perfect score. And if you do a perfect score, please also give them positive reinforcement so that they know what they really did well, so they'll remember to do it in the future. Best Teamwear Award. This is also an optional category, but you will actually see people wearing their teamwear, and they are actually very happy about getting sponsors and things on their team. It is awarded to the team that has the most original game-specific team design worn by the team members during the contest. This is creative. Now, of course, we're aware that some of this is subjective, because what you might find creative and what I might find creative are two different things. But as long as we get the comments and see why is it connected to the game theme? How is that concept connected? You know, is it, if we have if we have a farming theme or a wheat theme, is it, you know, we don't want everything, oh, McDonald had a farm, but is it unique? Is it something that, wow, I never thought, maybe they thought outside of the box? That's going to be connecting to the game theme and creative design. If you're hearing a lot of information that so-and-so's dad or so-and-so's grandfather created the t-shirt concept, please make a note of it and let us know, because we want these to be created by the team members, by the students. The creative designs, once again, is subjective, but please give us a reasoning about why you think it's creative, what you thought was a creative. Eye-appealing and graphically pleasing. You know, did it hurt your senses when you looked at these? Just like the same thing with website. Did that grab your eye? Is that something that you would buy for yourself or maybe a loved one? This is, of course, it's also subjective, but please give comments. That way the team knows, you know, maybe you didn't like the way they had slashing and blood or guts or anything like that, or maybe you loved that they had sunshine and rabbits. I may be simplifying this for you, but this is something that happens in the past. The school's name, team's name, company name, and number displayed. It may sound like it's very simple for them because these kids have been putting their name on their paper since kindergarten, but trust me, these are some of the hardest 10 points. For some reason, they always forget to put this information. So if you can see that the school or team's company name and number is displayed, it's an automatic 10. Okay, please give overall comments. If you thought this was fabulous or you thought it was a horrible thing, you know, please refrain from making any crude comments. Be very professional in your critiquing, but let these students know that, you know, this is a judge that did appreciate this work or did not appreciate it. Once again, we will redact or block out your name and your judge's number so that nothing can come back to where you will have any kind of negative problems. Best creative video design. Now, the first thing I want you to look at when you see that is the 90 seconds maximum in length, because we are scoring so many and our best hub has actually grown so much. We want to make sure that they are sticking to the rules. Is it based on your current best theme? Did it incorporate the game theme? Did you include your name and your number in the video? No objectionable lyrics. And it should not be objectionable and should represent the team in school. Now, this can be in the form of a commercial, a news broadcast, a talk show. We've seen videos, we've seen documentaries, we've seen plays. Please do not, and some of it can be based on maybe a commercial that is running right now. We're not really looking so much as in, oh, did they infringe on someone's rights or trademarks? We're just looking at the fact is, was this educational? Was it entertaining? Was it informative? And this is how you're going to be on creative and innovation. You know, if they're copying it exactly like a commercial that you've seen on TV, that's not so creative because that is not what they did. They're actually copying what someone else did. Please make notations, and please, once again, use your decimals in case you have any kind of questions. Technical quality. Now, is the quality of the audio, is it something that, is the music blaring at you 1 minute but soft the next? Is the lighting going in and out? Once again, we've asked no strobe lights to be used for the health of our judges. Videos, is it the 90-second max? You will have some that'll do 20 seconds. I'm serious, they'll do it as quick as they can, and then you'll have some that go over. But that's where you're going to actually deduct points when they start going over that information. Relativity. Is the current game theme being used? Do you have your team members, team name, team number? These are a lot of housekeeping information, but these are where a lot of our veteran teams are starting to lose points because they're getting in that frame of mind of, oh, we know what we're doing, we've got this, and then they're just slipping up and losing some of their points based on forgetting how is it relative to the theme. You know, why did you do a commercial on detergent when the game theme has something to do of farming and fertilizing? Appearance. Overall pleasing to watch. Was there a nice flow to this information? Did they stutter up? Did they look off of camera and not know what they were wanting to say? That's okay. You can still give good points and still remember to give, you know, if you are looking at the appearance and some of the focus is blurred, or they look like they were looking at note cards and one wasn't looking at note cards. Those are just things that you're going to put into these comments, into the scoring. Storytelling. The combination of the video, music, narration, or text. Did it make sense? Did it come together? They are branding their information and their product to sell it to you. They're told constantly in their trainings, tie it all together. Market yourself, market the best program, market the theme of this game. And if they've got all of that, you may have several that have 100 points. But that's why we're starting to really put pressure on you judges to put those decimal points in, because that can make a difference for us so that we can see that so-and-so's team might have stepped a little bit over, and that's where we're headed. And that does help when we do a lot of the awards.